Hello and welcome to Hedgewitch Hearthcraft. I'm Caitlin Rhiannon. Thank you so much for joining me for this look at the week ahead. I'm going to be using tarot cards and oracle cards to get an idea of the energy for the week of September 27th to October 3rd, 2020, and how we can best navigate throughout or within those energies. So I'm going to be pulling 2 cards for every sign of the Western Zodiac. The first card will be from the Enchanted Tarot, and that'll give us an idea of what we're going to be dealing with over this next week. And the second card will be from the Black Moon Astrology Cards Oracle deck, and that'll give us some advice on how to deal with or navigate throughout the week. So you are welcome to follow along with the whole video, or you can totally just skip ahead to the cards that are pulled for your sign. If you do jump ahead, make sure you also jump to the very end, because I'm going to be pulling a card from my favorite manifestation deck, the Super Attractor, just to give us an idea of what we can be carrying within ourselves throughout this coming week. So since it is Libra season now, let's go ahead and get started with our lovely Libras. Libra, your tarot card for the week of September 27th to October 3rd, 2020, is the 8 of Hearts. So there is a feeling of just emotional release, or potentially on the less positive side, a feeling of emotional loss. It's like just being drained, being emptied, releasing or dumping it all out, or recognizing that you're holding on to something that no longer benefits or no longer serves you. So you are pouring that out so that it can go elsewhere and have some benefit in other areas without piling up in your life. And the oracle card that comes along this week is Uranus. And the energy that comes with this, the advice that comes with this card is it's a very mental driven energy. It's thinking for yourself. It is using your power of thought and your capacity to understand and to think for yourself and to come up with ideas to navigate your own way throughout this sense of emotional upheaval. Especially if this is something that you know you need to do for yourself, your mind can really help to identify how you can do this and what you can fill this space with as soon as you've made this sort of this clearing within yourself. Scorpio, your tarot card for the week of September 27th to October 3rd, is the Hierophant reversed. So over this next week, you're shaking it up. You're breaking the rules and making your own rules. You're not letting yourself be defined by other people's expectations or society's expectations or the structures that have gone before you. You are breaking them all down and saying enough is enough. I'm doing what is best for me. So you're rewriting the rule book this week, Scorpio. And the oracle card that comes along with it is the Grand Trine. So you are really encouraged, because this is a card of good things and encouragement, and basically telling you that you are successful in whatever endeavor you push yourself towards this week. So Scorpio, you are really just filled with this positive potential. And so universe has your back and has hands on your back and is urging you forward. And there's this sense of being able to do whatever it is that you need to do for your own self. So there's no need to fear this week, Scorpio. You got it. Sagittarius, your tarot card for the week of September 27th to October 3rd, is the Queen of Swords reversed. So there is some mental frustration over this next week, and a sense of disconnection from your mental self. You don't know what's going on in your own head, most likely, over this next week, and that is incredibly frustrating. It feels like you are losing control of your thoughts, or there is a risk of spiraling in one direction over any others, and hyper-focusing on certain things, whereas you run the risk of neglecting other things with this hyper-focus. And the big risk that comes with the reversed Queen of Swords is you can lose touch with your sense of compassion. So do be mindful of how you communicate with people this week, Sagittarius. Now, the oracle card that comes along with this, almost ironically, is Mercury, the Mercury card. And the key word on this is mind. Mercury rules the mind and mental activity. So you are being almost reminded that a lot of what you are dealing with this week is in your head. Not that you are imagining it, but that you are existing so much in your own mind that you are creating your own realities. So if you find yourself in a reality that is really awful or that you really can't stand, maybe take a half step back and try to ground yourself and recognize, is this an external reality that I have to deal with? Or is this an internal reality that I can reshape? Capricorn, your tarot card for the week of September 27th to October 3rd, 2020, is the Fool reversed. So over this week, it might feel like you're not really able to get anything in motion. This is probably not the best time to be making any big jumps or trying to start over, start fresh in a lot of places or a lot of ways, because the seeds just aren't taking root right now. It might feel like you're spinning your wheels, and especially as you reach closer to the middle of the week, there is this sense of, oh God, what do I do? Like, what can I do? There's this, a lot of doubt, a lot of risk of doubt, and not really holding yourself back, but not knowing what you can do to advance yourself forward. So the oracle card that comes along with this is the 7th house, and you are being reminded that you're not alone and that there are people in your life who can help you. If you absolutely can't do it yourself, you don't have to, and nor should you expect that of yourself. That's a little bit unrealistic. So Capricorn, don't be afraid to lean on the people in your life who have been there for you before. And the people that you are there for, especially, they want to be there for you in return. This is a partnership. It goes both ways. So don't over-isolate yourself in this attempt to push yourself forward. Aquarius, your tarot card for the week of September 27th to October 3rd, 2020, is the 7 of Pentacles reversed. So a lot of more material frustration this week rather than spiritual or emotional. What you are working on manifesting literally and bringing into your life, bringing into your material life, so your money, your work, education, your house, that sort of thing, it feels like there's a lack of growth and you aren't able to see things clearly. You aren't able to see the way that they're developing, and that adds to the frustration of feeling like nothing is happening. Even if there is growth happening, there is a layer of anxiety because you can't see the way that things are developing. You aren't able to see the benefit that it's going to give you, and it's almost like you're questioning if you've made the right choices, or if this was just a waste of time and energy, and maybe even a waste of money. Now, the oracle card that comes along this week is the Mercury retrograde card. So this stalled energy is probably just either stalled or not as bad as you think. The Mercury retrograde card comes in to ask you to shake it up a little bit. Figure out if this is this what matters? Maybe that's why it isn't developing to the way that you want it to, because it's not something that actually benefits you the way that you want and need. It might have been something that you wanted, but it might not be relevant anymore, and that could be why this growth isn't showing you the results that you want. Pisces, your tarot card for the week of September 27th to October 3rd, 2020, is Strength. So there is a sense of not quite coming into your own, but connecting with your own, like coming into your own self, seeing who you are, for your true self, recognizing who you really are and being okay with that. This is reconciling your animal nature within yourself and not necessarily taming or domesticating it, but working with it. So you're facing yourself and you are recognizing your own abilities. There's a lot less self-doubt this week, Pisces, and there is a sense of knowing what you can do rather than worrying about what you can't. And the oracle card that comes along this week is the fire element. So you are really encouraged this week, Pisces, to pay attention to what sets that fire inside you. Are your passions awake? If not, why not? And this could be a good opportunity to open yourself up to the things that do ignite that flame, that do make you feel really happy and whole and warm inside. Aries, your tarot card for the week of September 27th to October 3rd, 2020, is the Chariot reversed. So this is frustrating because it feels like you have reached almost a plateau. You've done a lot of work, you've made a lot of advancements, and now you're sitting there spinning your wheels in the mud going, where do I go from here? It could even be that because you have achieved so many of your goals recently, Aries, you don't really know where to focus yourself next. But even if that's not quite the case, there is the sense of not being able to make it to the next landmark yet. Now, the oracle card that comes along this week is Mercury. So you are really advised to use the power of thought, your own mind. You can solve this problem. If you are stalled out or stuck somewhere, you can use your mental powers, you can use your own mind and your thoughts to figure out the solution, to figure out the way out, to figure out how or what it is that you can do or how to move yourself forward. There's no reason that you need to stay stuck where you are. So channel that mental power and balance it so that it is inspiration rather than stress. Taurus, your tarot card for the week of September 27th to October 3rd, 2020, is the Eight of Wands reversed. So over this next week, it might feel like a lot of your movement is stalled or delayed or just not going the direction that you want it to. The Eight of Wands, typically, if it were upright, is about fast, unhindered movement and just directed energy. And when it's reversed, that energy fizzles out and the movement stalls out and you don't know where it's taking you. It might feel like you're up in the air and like the road runner or the coyote, you've run over the edge of the cliff and you're standing there and you're realizing, wait a minute, now what? And then you're waiting for the drop. This isn't the drop itself, but it is that moment of where am I going? Because a lot of the momentum behind you that has been carrying you forward up until this point seems to have gone still. The oracle card that comes along this week for you is the Sagittarius card. So it's almost like you're being asked to just pay attention, to keep your focus narrow on, put your blinders up so you aren't distracted by what's over here and what's over there. And keep focused, keep driving yourself forward. Sagittarius, it's a one-track mind. It's the focus of the arrow from point A to point B. And if your energy is fizzling out or if you are becoming distracted, that is probably why you are slowing down and not achieving your goals. So over this next week, you are encouraged to pay attention to the path ahead and watch for opportunities. Gemini, your tarot card for the week of September 27th to October 3rd, 2020, is the Five of Hearts reversed. So this is actually fairly positive reversal. You're letting go of your heartache over this next week. You're allowing less and less the pain of the past to impact your present. So this is a positive card. This is a healing card. There is a sense of release here and relief that comes with that release. You're letting go, Gemini. It no longer benefits you. It no longer serves you. It no longer controls you. So you're not letting it control you anymore. It doesn't have to keep impacting you the way that it has been. So you're not letting it. So this could be emotional pain or just a sense of heartache or lost love. But at this point, you're over it, Gemini, and you're not letting it hold you back. And the oracle card that comes along with this is the earth element, which almost confirms this emotional release and letting go of unnecessary emotional attachments, because earth is logic. Earth is almost unemotional. And it's almost like you're being advised to continue to release those emotions so you no longer have to feel them. But stay grounded, and stay stable throughout this journey, because staying grounded and connected to the real world and logical, within reason, will keep you from diving so deep into your emotional self that you get caught back up in it. Cancer, your tarot card for the week of September 27th to October 3rd, 2020, is the Ace of Hearts. So you are a little bit more emotionally fulfilled than you have been over the past weeks. This coming week, you're experiencing some emotional relief and a sense of being taken care of. Somebody else is there for you. You have been giving and being there for everybody else, Cancer, and now it's your turn. Now it's your turn to rest and to recharge, and somebody else at this point is pouring back in what you gave to them. So there is a sense of wholeness and relief, and your heart is full of goodness over this next week, Cancer. Now the oracle card that comes along with this is the 12th house. And the advice that comes with this card is to try and stay present. It is easy to disappear into your imagination, into your subconscious, into your daydreams and your night dreams. But when you do that, you disconnect from the world around you. So in order to fully accept and integrate these gifts into your heart, it is important that you do also at least maintain a tether, a thread of connection to the world around you as well. Leo, your tarot card for the week of September 27th to October 3rd, is the Princess of Swords reversed. So there's a sense of not really knowing what to think or how to think, and jumping to conclusions because your mind is skipping the simple steps. Instead of going, the logical from here to here, you're going from here to all the way, oh, where did that go? So there's a feeling of just not really knowing what's going on. And because you're not seeing things clearly, because you're not able to see things clearly, you're not able to understand. And that can create a lot of stress, a lot of anxiety. And Leo, there is a risk of self-doubt this week, of questioning yourself and your own value, and where you belong in the world right now. Now, the oracle card that comes along with this is Pluto. And the message of advice with this card is to keep letting things go. You are not the person that you used to be. The world is not the same world that it was. And you can't expect things to stay the same. So there is a sense of either allow it to change and evolve with it, or let it go because it no longer has a place for you in your life. And if this is what is causing you doubt, it might be time to release it. As for your own self-doubt, you are just encouraged to keep moving and to work through it. Pluto is an endings card. Transformation is from one state to the next. So in order for you to get to that next state, you need to allow the old state to reach its completion. Virgo, your tarot card for the week of September 27th to October 3rd is the Four of Swords reversed. So a little bit of mental unrest, but also a sense of waking up, seeing things as they really are, and slowly starting to reintegrate yourself back into the world. You're opening yourself up to connections. Even though that makes you a little bit scared, there is this uncertainty about what the world has to offer you and where you belong within it and what is going to happen the moment that you step outside your door. But because of this reversal, there is more of a willingness to step outside your door. You're seeing what the world has to offer you, even though you aren't necessarily sure of what that might be. Now, the oracle card that comes along with this is the Earth element. And the advice that comes with this card, Virgo, is stay grounded. You are an Earth sign, so stay yourself, be true to yourself, but stay grounded. Keep yourself balanced and aware of what is happening in the world around you and not just in your head. Just because it's in your head doesn't mean it's not true, but make sure that you are balancing it with what you can see and feel. At the end of my readings, I like to pull a card from my favorite manifestation, motivation, affirmation deck, the Super Attractor. So I have pulled one card for everyone who tunes into this video just to give us an idea of, what to carry within ourselves throughout the week, or a sense of empowerment for the week. So the card that I've got this week says, my Super Attractor power comes from how I feel, my faith in love, and the joy I put out. My Super Attractor power comes from how I feel, my faith in love, and the joy I put out. Let me know in the comments down below what this one says to you. Affirmations can be quite personal, so what it says to me could be a little bit different. What it says to me, I like to break them down. My Super Attractor power, so my ability to manifest and get what I want, and like my soul, my spiritual power, my spiritual magnet, comes from how I feel. So not just like being happy, but being connected to my feelings themselves, how I feel. My faith in love, my trust in love, in the ability to love, in our capacity to love and to share love, and the belief that love wins. And the joy I put out. So however much joy I extend into the world and share with the world, the more that I get back. It's like the wives' tale about sharing your birthday cake. The more people you share your birthday cake with, the better year that you'll have. The more joy and love that I share with the world, the more joy and love I get back. But let me know in the comments down below what this one says to you. Thank you so much for joining me for this look at the week ahead. I hope that the readings in this video have been resonant and that they can provide just a sort of helpful, relevant compass to offer a little bit of clarity and guidance throughout the coming week. Please like the video if it resonated with you, and let me know in the comments down below what you thought of the cards that were pulled for your sign, what you thought of the Super Attractor, and what you'd like to see in the future. And if you haven't already, please subscribe to my channel. I upload weekly forecasts like this one, and monthly forecasts as well. If you haven't seen September's, go ahead and check that out, and October's will be coming soon. And I'll make sure to leave a link in the description to my Facebook page, Hedgewitch Hearthcraft. If you follow me there, I pull daily cards just to get an idea of, what we can do for our own best good. And that's also the best way to get in touch with me if you ever want to book a reading of your own. Thank you so much for joining me. Thank you for letting me read for you. Have a wonderful week, and blessed be.